Channel Fireball makes monies from Grand Prix selling out. I have no desire to play no ban list Modern. I think making this format more degenerate does not sound like something I'm interested in playing. I think playing with and against Mental Misstep is a miserable Magic the Gathering experience, and that's subjective. So if you enjoy playing with and against Mental Misstep, more power to you. Knock your socks off, play no ban list Modern. I personally have zero desire to spend the proper amount of time testing and playing something degenerate like no ban list Modern. You can put Stream Decker like up at the top of chat, up in the top right. Lantern Control. EEN 0 or EEN 1? What do we think? Honestly, I think this game right here is a great example of engineered explosives. Of engineered explosives. I mean, it's just like a really flexible card. I really like engineered explosives in a deck like this. It's just a flexible answer. I think I want to put it on 1. I think I want to put it on 1 and just hold it up. I think it makes their life pretty miserable. Like, they get to crack this anyways, so like trading this 1-for-1 for a Mox Opal sounds pretty terrible. By the power of Grixis, I have Bolas. That's... Oh my god, I just hit. Mistakes were made, chat. Mistakes were made. Whoopsie. I wonder if they're playing Prison. Tech Edge makes me think they're playing the blue-based Prison deck. Chunky Buddha, you did get a 4-month resub. Thank you. Sorry I missed your message. It's my 20th birthday and I have beat teen pregnancy. Also, I'm junk. Oh, Chunky Buddha. I'm gonna shock this in. They probably don't want to tech edge me. There have been variations I've seen posted of the Prison deck that are playing blue-black. They're playing blue-black Tezzeret and are playing Spire of Industry and Thopter Foundry inside of them. No, the Thopter Foundry likely means it's not Ironworks. The fact that I didn't Spell Snare there was really huge. Oh, did I miss a thing? I have to go look for an apartment. I'll be back. Keep up the grind. You've inspired me. Thank you for the donation, Swanky Tiger. Catch you in a little bit. Just Spell Snare the sword, right? This is a whir. It's really unfortunate. This is probably a sword. It'd be just be in an amazing spot if I would have just snared their stupid thing instead of clicking through it. Let's keep the language non-hostile there. Take a quick break, proxy damage. I guess I'll keep playing because we could draw a Kolaghan's Command here and then shatter the Thopter Sword and then clean up with Damnation, but we're pretty far behind at this point. This gives us 3 draws at a Kolaghan's Command, basically. Since I have Snap in hand. Tilt. Also, playing more games here kind of gives us an indicator of like what exactly they're doing. Because like the opponent's definitely on something that's more of a brewer, right? So we don't have full details on like what their exact game plan is. I think I'm gonna snap Thought Scour here, just trying to find a K command so I can clean up for my mistake. Grab another red source here. Scour me. Oh, all right, I'm done. That was a game decided by a misclick. Squall sounds great. E sounds great. I don't think I need anger. I guess it's better than Damnation. Dispel is good against War of Invention. These Terminates sound pretty terrible. These Bolts sound pretty terrible. The Fatal Pushes are rancid. Staticaster is fine. I wonder if Collective Brutality is good enough. It's probably better than Bolt, right? I guess Surgical is like okay. They can play around it pretty well though. I have no idea. Trying to guess what Wizards of the Coast is going to do with their ban list is like trying to, I don't know, pick your favorite thing about randomness. Like they're not consistent in the slightest. What's my favorite deck of all time? The Teamer Flash deck that I top 8'd a bunch of tournaments with in Innistrad RTR Standard is probably my favorite constructed deck of all time. Yeah, I agree, Z. I agree. I think Thopter Sword's really vulnerable to cards people are playing anyways. It's also like really slow and grindy, and like if you've played a lot of Modern, you know that slow and grindy is like generally not where you want to be in Modern. We've not played the Goblin Storm deck yet. It's going to be the 6th deck of today, if we work our way through all the way. We have a K command this time. We've got Logic Nuts. What if I'm supposed to just Collective Brutality here? Actually, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Ding. They have Glimmer Voids. That's interesting. They drew Thopter Foundry. Yep. So I'm going to pass the turn here with my Countersquall and my Logic Knot up, and then at their end of turn, if they don't give us something to counter, we'll Shatter, plus make them discard a card most likely. Yeah, and then hopefully untap and slam Jace, I agree. I think Jace is good in this matchup though. If I was gonna fit Surgical, and I wouldn't cut Jace to do it. I think that seems silly. Like, it also, like I said, it looks like they're playing the prison deck, so my opponent likely has plenty of ways to win the game other than this Thopter Foundry. So you discard, shatter that. See, they could make some Thopters in response here. I just play the decks people pay me to play. Someone sent in some dollar dues to play this one, so this is the one we're playing. So they'll sack it to itself here. Get another Thopter. Lost another EE. I think I'm going to play Jason plus him here. I'm going to play Jason plus him. Yeah, I think I want to just look at their card. Our hand's pretty decent. Sword of the Meek. That's probably fine. I think I can keep that. If they have exactly another Thopter Foundry in their hand right now, I'll be sad that I let them keep Sword, but other than that, we're in a pretty good spot. Oh, they're going to crack the map since I put it on top. God bless. We finished 3-2 with Just Kinda Hairy. It was confirmed to be a Modern deck. We conceded a match to Living End because the deck didn't have any tools for beating Living End. And then we lost a close set to Blue-Red Pyro Thing. Control decks aren't fun. It's very possible that fun is subjective, and maybe your definition of what is fun differs from what someone else's definition of what fun is. And if you learn to accept that, you know, different things are fun to different people, you'll be able to get along with a lot of different people a lot better. All right, well that was a good draw. So I'm just gonna like put this on 2 and blow it up here. They're out of cards in hand. Nope, you can keep that one. I was gonna play and pop this now because I don't want them making more Thopters here. I don't think the control decks like this are much worse than a lot of the other decks people play in Modern. Like, Modern's a format where people by and large play decks that aren't particularly powerful. Alright, they drew land plus Mox Opal deal. They attack me. They attacked me. Alright, deal. Brainstorm. That feels great. Yes, you could deal. Please do 2 damage to me. Brainstorm. Oh, baby. Oh, geez. Do we get to destroy them here? We get to just like rail them here, right? So I get to go stop on your draw step. I get to do this. I get to play this for 0. I get to blow this up and kill these. And then I get to shatter this. Now, I probably just want to shatter shock them, right? So I kill their Glimmer Voids. Or no, I should shatter discard, so that way if they draw a card with this, it goes away. Wait, what? Why are you drawing a card, opponent? I don't understand. Do you not know how your Glimmer Voids work, opponent? You are about to be very, very sad. All right, the game wasn't over before. It's certainly over now. Go ahead. Excellent. Excellent. Good. I mean, to be fair, we lost game 1 because I was an idiot. We lost game 1 because I neglected to Spell Snare their 2-mana play. All right, they have multiple Thopters, so maybe I want these Surgicals. Maybe that's their main win condition. I'm gonna trim this Brutality. Let's do it. Let's do it. Is this keepable? E's pretty good. Yeah, keep this. It's a little land heavy, but E's pretty good here. If I just wanted to hold my cards and stare at my opponent, I would play poker. That's a good quote. I might steal that one. I might use that one in the future. The uptime is wrong because my OBS choked and died. We've been streaming for a little over 6 hours. Elixir of Immortality. I like the cut of your jib, opponent. Your jib is cut in a manner that pleases me. Hey, Corey, they're playing some kind of blue-black Tezzeret thing. Don't you dare name Polluted Delta. Stop it. You name Engineered Explosives or something that's not a 3 of in my hand. Don't do it. Don't do it. God bless you, opponent. No Ghostarino. God bless on the no Ghostarino. Whew. Whew, dodged the ghost. All right. Bless you, opponent. This is a little worried there for a minute. Ghost free is the way to be. Oh, we were gonna be done if they named the deltas. No more of that. Azcanta says, logic not. I think I'm okay with that one, right? I guess it fights with my search. Yeah, I'm gonna bin this. I just want Kolaghan's Command, I think. It's a little sad. That's true, Rogue. Spells Kite, sure. I don't know what exactly I want to put explosives on, I don't think is the issue. Yeah, the needle is on engineered explosives right now, so I'm not sure what... Do I want to bin that? I have this Cryptic Command. I think I just want to get this Azcanta flipped ASAP. Just want to get this Azcanta flipped. Sure. They have Spell Snare and Jar to protect Needle. Is end step bounce Needle too aggressive? I wonder if they'll redirect it. I'm going to end step bounce Draw here because it lets me flip my search for Azcanta next turn. It's card neutral. Like, if they redirect, I'm like kind of sad, but like it's whatever. And if they don't redirect, I get to like flip this, slam this, crack it. I think this is fine. Looks like they're redirecting. Oh, they're just... Wow, that's... Yes, sure. Yes. Yep. Deal. Bin that, flip this. Man, everything has turned out better than expected, chat. The Nahiri deck was really sweet, chat. I liked it a lot. It was the best Jeskai configuration I've played in a while. The sideboard had some glaring issues, but the core of it felt very reasonable. So this is a 2-for-1. We take the welding jar off the table. Now we just need a Kolaghan's Command, and we have the search for Azcanta active. So finding Kolaghan's Command should be pretty quick here, hopefully. You think I want to play Jason Plus? I think I'd rather dig with Azcanta here. Because, like, next turn, I can Azcanta plus Jace. And I really just want this Kolaghan's Command, right? So, you discard, destroy that. Yes, we did. We got some answers. We discarded Witchbane Orb, all right. Search of their own, sure. So next turn, I'm gonna Anger plus Jace here, I think. And by plus Jace, I mean Brainstorm with Jace. That's pretty good. I'm gonna throw back Field Countersquall. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna cast this Anger to protect my Jace. And then during their draw step, I'm gonna Surgical. Actually, I should just Surgical this Thopter Foundry now, because if my opponent draws War of Invention, I don't want them to be able to War for one in response. Yeah. Yep. They're actually just all in on the Thopter Sword plan, it looks like. Take a picture because it lasts longer. Oh, yeah, they can elixir too. Good call. Good call. And this also means their Azcanta can't flip this turn, so just like it's all upside. They have some Nile spell bombs, a couple of ensnaring bridges. They have a damping sphere in against us for some reason. Well, now we have Azcanta for unbeatable card advantage, so I'm pretty sure... I wonder if I'm supposed to Cryptic bounce this. Winning another match of Modern, yep. Yeah, I'm actually gonna go ahead and just do this. I might unsummon with my Cryptic Commands too aggressively, but... I'm a big fan of just like them not getting to flip their search. I guess I have a field on top of my deck, don't I? I think most roads led to Rome there. All right, sweet. We're 2-1. While we're waiting for the next match to pop, I would just like to say good morning, afternoon, good night to everybody wherever you're in the world. Welcome. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I'm a TCG player and content producer here on Twitch. I stream full-time. I stream Magic 30, sometimes 40 hours a week. If you are enjoying my content, you want to help me produce more content like this, please consider subscribing to my channel. My subscribers are the reason I'm able to do what I do as often as I do it. You can also support my stuff by supporting my sponsors. MTGOtraders.com would love to buy and sell Magic Online cards with you. If you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience. Using code Jeff12, you can save 12% on custom playmats, mousepads, binders, and bags with them. Cardsphere.com would love to help you turn your Magic cards into other cards or cash with other people directly. There's no haggling. There's just a 1% fee off the top. And finally, this stream is made possible by viewers like Anaronix, Justin, Nivik, and you. At the very least, if you are new, please make sure you hit that follow button. Following the stream doesn't cost you anything, and it lets you know when I go live and with what. I always try and post what decks we're going to be playing on a given day in the stream title, so you can kind of know what to expect. And if you can't catch a deck that you think sounds sweet live, be sure to check out my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Jeff Hoagland. All of my streams get archived there, so you can catch them after the fact. And I always break them up by deck and by matchup, so you can watch just the stuff that you care about. At any rate, we're 1-0 to start off this league with this sweet Grixis control deck. Magician 5 there, and by the way, in chat is Mr. Corey Burkhart, Grixis extraordinaire, so... He said I played that game well, so God bless. I must have made a couple of good decisions. This is the old 7 command special. I like a lot of the decisions this deck has made. The Thought Scour is really powerful at fueling a lot of the graveyard engines that we have going on. This is not Corey's list. This is just a random sublift. I would love a free sub. If you have your Twitch Prime linked up, you can use your free Twitch Prime sub on my channel every single month. I think this is too slow. A Freak of Nature, speaking of free Prime, and Sifra with the Twitch Prime. Thank you, Freak and Sifra, very much for the Twitch Prime support. And there's a lot of excellent people streaming on Twitch right now, so I appreciate you choosing to put those towards my channel this month. I'm gonna keep this 6 on the draw with a scry. Perfect. I mulliganed that 7. I think I might have considered keeping that 7 on the play, but just like, this is Modern. You can't keep a hand that doesn't do anything till turn 3 while you're on the play. Hey, Corey, since you're in chat, do you intend to play Damping Sphere in your 75? I might have just shoved 4 into the sideboard of this deck just to try them out today. But I was wondering if you'd put any thought into it and if you think it seems like a card that's reasonable in this archetype. Since you're kind of the de facto Modern Grixis master. I really don't mind random one-ofs in a Snapcaster Mage deck, especially when you have access to something like Thought Scour. Like, making your Snapcaster Mages randomly have different utility in different spots seems really valuable. So because we're playing against what appears to be green-based Tron here, I'm just going to take this Lightning Bolt and send it upstairs here, I think. You hope not. I guess that makes sense, because like your Storm matchups and Ad Nauseam matchups are pretty good, so it's like would be just for Tron. There could be an argument for holding this Lightning Bolt for a Karn, but like I get to go ahead and bolt their dome here, and then I can Logic Knot their payoff next turn and then Field of Rune them off of Tron. So I'm feeling like we're in a pretty okay spot here, depending on how our follow-up draws are going to be here. I think I have a third island in my deck, right? Yeah. Because I can counter whatever their first payoff is here. Ooh, they don't have Tron. That's sweet. I think I just want to keep them off of this. I think I just want to use my no button here. I think I want to use my mana for the turn. It could be that their deck is so redundant that I should try and fight only over their payoffs, but like they don't have Tron this turn, and I'm going to need to put them another piece away from Tron next turn. So I'm going to counter this and then put them off another one, and then we can field plus get an island and then Thought Scour myself and hopefully find some velocity. Like we really want like a Tasigur or a Jace or a Snapcaster Mage, something to start really generating velocity and pulling us ahead while we disrupt our opponent. What did they played Urza's Mine. So they found the tower off the Stirrings, which probably means I want to kill the tower. So I'm going to wait till their draw step here, just in case they only have like one more basic in their deck and they draw it for the turn. So I'm going to go ahead and take them off of this. I'm going to grab that basic island out of my deck so I can Thought Scour this turn. And likely our opponent's playing mono green Tron, so the mono green Tron variation tends to have 4 or even 5 basics in their deck, so I'm not expecting my Field of Runes to like be wastelands with any consistency in this matchup by any means. Occasionally they'll still be playing green black Tron, and then you'll catch them with the wasteland, but hey, the Sack with the 2-month Twitch primary subscription. Thank you very much and welcome back. I appreciate the continued support. Thanks for re-upping. The chat looks good on screen. Maybe it choked for a second there. They found another tower. Tilt. Hey, Console Derpius with the brand new Twitch Prime support. Gross. And like, this again is merit for like maybe waiting on the Logic Knot. The Tron is just such a redundant deck that they're really good at assembling Tron, right? Like they're 12 Tron pieces, they're 8 demonic tutors, they're 8 cantrips, they're 4 ancient stirrings. Like they're really good at assembling Tron. And we buried a Field of Rune and then drew a non-Field of Rune land, and then we drew another land. All right, I guess we just like play Azcanta and like hope for the best here. So it's on to cross our fingers. I did kill their tower because their first Stirrings found tower. So generally you want to attack the Tron pieces that they had to search for most recently. They Stirrings again for a second tower. I'm interested to see how the Damping Spheres feel in this matchup. They're definitely a little bit clunky with like our Thought Scours and our Snapcaster Mages, but do they not have a payoff? That would be so good. I love the art on this thing, by the way. It's so pretty. Wait, are they not popping the stone? Okay. I mean, like, we're not in a good spot, but like, This could definitely be worse for us. Okay. Okay, so you're saying there's a chance. That's all I need. It's all I need is a chance. So you're saying there's a chance. All right, search for Azcanta. Hopefully we're gonna rename you to search for Kolaghan's command here in about 2 turns. Just mono Kolaghan's commands from here on out. Maybe they won't reassemble Tron, and we'll find some Kolaghan's commands and we'll like shatter them back to the Stone Age here. We also have Terminates to take this Worm Coil off the table. We got a lot of stuff going for us. So drawing the 3rd field is definitely clutch. Please have nothing. I don't even know what your hand could be. Please just like have 12 eggs and draw 12 more eggs. We're gonna have a hard time beating stuff though, so we're gonna hope that stuff isn't what our opponent has. That is, yep, it's a Demonic Tutor. This isn't a Yu-Gi-Oh card. This is like a funky border, but it's not quite Yu-Gi-Oh-esque, right? It's not like the... Oh, what is this? This is a 2nd worm. We're probably going to be done. It's just any threat here, and we're pretty done. Yeah, I'm just gonna wrap this up for the sake of... We're not 0% to win here, but we're pretty exceptionally low. I'm just gonna make sure we have time for the next 3. We were gonna get Logic Knot on this and then draw a land for the turn. Good lord. Stoneforge Mystic is too strong. Dear Watsy, please nerf. Alright, you got excellent cards to bring in here. 4 Dampings, 2 Surgicals, 2 Countersqualls. Fatal Push is an easy cut. Damnation, I think, is a cut. I think I want to trim some number of bolts here. Spell Snare only hits Sylvan Scrying, but I think it's fine. Sylvan Scrying is a card that we generally want to stop. Maybe that's not true. Maybe it's just like Spell Snare plus 2 bolts out. Maybe split this 3-1, because Terminate's okay, but like I have Kolaghan's command to do that too. I can destroy lands, Burgle. I can Field of Ruin them. I can also Thought Scour them. The old turn 1 Thought Scour you, Surgical your Tron piece. The old desperate like flailing around. This is my plan to beat Tron. Yeah, you need pressure to follow it up. It's like this Damping Sphere isn't going to beat Tron all by its lonesome, but gosh darn, I hope it's a piece in a winning puzzle. I hope it is a piece in a winning puzzle. We got Snapcaster Mages and 2 Tasigurs. I think this hand just doesn't do enough. These bolts and terminates are not what we want in our opener. We're looking for fields and damping spheres. This hand looks great. Sign me up. I really don't want another damping sphere. I guess I could have topped it since I'm fetching anyways, but it's whatever. Yeah, Back to Basics would be a sweet hate card. Well then, it is a rough one. I really wish when I only had 1 card in my graveyard, Magic Online would just exile it automatically for me. Like if there's only one decision that I could make, please make the default decision for me. Scry bottom, shuffle, draw a card that should have been gone. Yeah, Damping Sphere is super powerful. It's a really well-designed card that only attacks, like, very explicit strategies. So we get 2 looks at a land here, since we get to bin the top one with Search for Azcanta if it's not a land. Stick Damping Sphere next turn. I don't think Back to Basics would be that much worse than Blood Moon a lot of the time. Wow, them popping that aggressively is really good for us. No, I don't think so. Mardu Pyromancer already plays copies of Blood Moon to do what Damping Sphere basically does. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just have to bin that. Need to play this out so we don't just get natural Tron here. Having a new hate card for Amulet Titan is fine. That's a good thing. That's a good thing in my opinion. It worked for us earlier. We played and had it work earlier. Tap your 3 lands and make 3 mana. Gosh, it's so incredibly fair. It's so incredibly fair. Oh, baby. Would you like to put Island in your bin? No, I don't think so. Oh, if we hit untapped land next turn, we can Cryptic bounce this Oblivion Stone. Tiny monster.
I need a beer.
Does your mother know you escaped to downstairs?
Yes.
Yes, she does.
Hey, but these two. I see that.
I said you can't go downstairs.
Did you? Oh, are you a liar?
Yeah. What is that? Is that the cardigan?
Get up here.
No.
Declan, who's that?
2.
There's 2 Declans.
Yes.
No, that's more than 2, buddy. The grass is greener under the sphere naturally, right?
No. It's a mole. It's a mole.
All right, they found a worm coil. So we're looking for an untapped land or a Kolaghan's command here.
More
There's more Declans. Yes, there are. So, for those of you that are new, yes, there are lots of Declans.
My mommy.
I'm planning to go to about 9 o'clock, Klutz. So, would love to been a Snapcaster Mage. That's a land. I'm pretty sure...
Cakes.
Those are cakes, yeah.
Cakes, it's mommy dad.
So... what do we think about just bouncing a land here?
Oh, mommy, dad, choose gonna cut down. Choose gonna cut down. I'll cut down. Two.
All right, I think it's time for you to go back upstairs. You're very loud.
No.
All right. Dad's gonna fetch this Blood Crypt in shock. I think I'm gonna boomerang a land, draw a card here. I think that's better than boomeranging the Oblivion Stone. I just want to put them behind here.
Come on.
No.
All right. I have to go deliver this one upstairs, and then we'll go back to trotting.
Come on, Jake.
Let's go.
They miss you, Jeffrey.
Yeah, Dad's gonna close the door when he goes back in. We're all gonna hang out all day tomorrow. bounce. Did we find a K command? We did not. All right. What if you wait till their turn, bounce a land? I thought about that. They're surgicling my Cryptic Command. Sorry. I forgot to mute myself when I walked away. Sorry about that. Well, good news. We're not getting surgicaled in response to a Snapcaster Mage. I think bringing in surgicals here is just fine. I think bringing in surgical against our Snapcaster Azcanta deck is more than reasonable. So, like, people definitely overboard surgical in Modern and on Magic Online especially, but, like, I think it's actually fine here. How do we pressure? Snapcaster Mages is how we pressure. We need to try and not die, and then eventually Snapcaster Mage beats. I finished in the top 1,000 at Milwaukee. And yeah, we started with Blue-Red Prison this morning. You have a 4-mana play here? Oh, that's... Huh. I don't have good answers to that left in my deck, do I? I have 1 Terminate. Okay, so if we get a game 3, I'm going to bring in another Terminate. I mean... God, that's not even good, is it? Because they just, like, play their Tron piece and then crack Oblivion Stone? Yeah, I think we're just super dead, huh? This Sphere is probably worse than a Fulminator Mage would have been this game. Especially since we ended up binning a Surgical. Yeah, they usually have some amount of Thought Knots. Between 3 and 4. I guess the line is just Brainstorm. We're not winning this game. Just between this and then whatever their follow-up is here. Yeah, honestly, I think Corey's gut instinct that this card isn't very good and this archetype is probably good. It's probably correct, believe it or not. We could have maybe hit a Tasigur. This hand's fine. I'm gonna top that for now because we can scouring that into our bin while we have a Kolaghan's Command in hand is pretty valuable. Like, lets this draw a Snapcaster Mage later. I wasn't winning that game, Justin. I was losing that game because the Thought Knot Seer wasn't the reason we were losing that game. We were losing that game because of the Kolaghan's Command. Remember that time I had 1 Engineered Explosives in my main deck? Anyone else remember that time? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Hopefully this Bogle player remembers. And by that I mean they're about to put a bunch of Umbras on this thing and kill us anyways, but we're definitely going to give it the college best. We did lose to Tron that match. That is exactly what happened. Tron did to us while we had Damping Sphere what they do to decks that play Blood Moon. They just cast Oblivion Stone and kept making land drops and then eventually killed us. GM Miller with the 5-month tier 1 resubscription. Thank you very much and welcome back. I appreciate that. As always, subscriptions are the best way you can support what I do here. So thank you. I appreciate the continued support. EE is just a good Magic card. There's a reason why this card costs far too much money. Bogles plays Leyline's main deck, so even Settle's not guaranteed to work against them. No, you ban a Tron piece. If you don't want Tron to be a deck, stop printing hosers. Stop trying to like ban random pieces. Just ban a Tron land. It's okay. Correct, yes. You need pressure plus disruption. I agree, always drawing cards. I agree that Blood Moon is kind of mediocre at the moment. Let me go get a swamp here. Krakma Evolving Wilds. I'm not quite sure how long I'm gonna let this Bogle get us. Probably most of the way, honestly. Probably down to like 2. I think whether or not they should kill Tron as a deck depends on what their goals are for Modern as a format. I think that's the answer to my question. I'm not gonna say, I think whether or not Tron should remain legal or not be depends on what Wizards of the Coast goals are for Modern as a format. That's actually a really good draw, because then when we draw another black source, we can play Damnation to kill this Bogle instead of cracking the EE. I did not, Nick. That's probably not true. I don't think WotC has good plans for Modern, but like to say they're planless is probably disingenuous. Where my fetch lands at, chat? Where my fetch lands? Hoping and praying for a fetch land. And again, like, we talked earlier today about, like, what are metrics for decks being legal or not in a format, and I mentioned that a metric I would use for letting a deck remain legal is whether or not it generates interactive games of Magic. And in a lot of ways, Tron does not generate interactive games of Magic. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and return plus shock. So I'm gonna pick this up and I'm gonna kill this, just because I don't want them to take an extra turn off the clock. This still leaves up my explosives to crack. Nope, this is a submitted deck list. It's probably loosely based on one of Corey's decks at some point, because Corey's kind of the Grixis master, but this is not directly from him. Sweet. So we'll go to 8, and then next turn we'll crack this Damnation. One of the reasons why I wouldn't mind if Tron was just removed from the format is because the things that have good matchups against Tron are generally decks that tend to be fairly degenerate. And I think encouraging the format to be more degenerate to play through decks like Tron creates a largely unenjoyable play experience. But again, that's a very subjective metric, so you can take that for what you will. We have a Snap Damnation as well. Yeah, are we gonna win this game? Well, there isn't a mono white soldier deck in Legacy. Unless you're referring to the Stompy deck, in which case that's a Chalice deck. And Chalice of the Void is not very good in Modern. Snap Nation, yep. He's very slippery. Yeah, but like that's why I try not to focus on saying things like fun or unfun and things of that nature. I'd much rather talk about things being you know, talking about generating interactive games of Magic and letting players make decisions and things of that nature. Things that are a little bit more objective to measure. So if my opponent attacks with a Slippery Bogle without putting any more enchantments on it, I'm going to flash in Snapcaster Mage, target my Kolaghan's Command, trade my Snapcaster Mage for their Bogle, and then at end of turn, return my Snapcaster Mage to my hand with the Kolaghan's Command that I targeted. So, come on, Slippery Boy. Come on, slip on over. Come on, oh yeah. You get in that red zone, you big slippery boy, you. Slip right on over there. You just slooping and slipping and flooping and pooping. Target that K command, Snappy. Gonna get him. What if they have a path in their main deck? Sometimes they have like 2 paths in their main deck. I agree, Skywarp. I think Storm is a bit less of a problem than Tron in general because cards like discard spells and removal and counter spells, they're much better against Storm than they are against a deck like Tron. If they have a path here, I'll be like kind of sad, but not really because like I can play a Jace the Mind Sculptor plus hold up Cryptic Command next turn. I would love to block, thank you. Survey says, trade Z's. I'm gonna go 6 here. Sure. You do realize my Kolaghan's Command has flashback opponent, right? So, I would like to return this to my hand and shock this. It's classic Bogles player. We did die to Tron. I'm gonna shock this in so I can play Jace and hold up Cryptic Command. Anything that's not a creature they can have. Nope, and keep that one, go. This game was a really good example of how you can use a card like Engineered Explosives to kind of sculpt the game you want to be played against Bogles. You generally don't want to be super aggressive with your Engineered Explosives in this matchup. You kind of want to use it to make your opponent pace their threats out against you, so you buy extra turns to get set up against them. At least in my experience, that's generally how you want them to play out. And like now at this point, we're pretty much in an unlosable spot here with Cryptic. We can Cryptic counter 1 threat, Snap Cryptic, bounce Snapcaster, counter a 2nd threat, Cryptic counter a 3rd, Snap Cryptic, bounce my Snapcaster a 4th, and then like Logic not another one, Engineered Explosives another one, so. Well, hopefully we can emulate the success we just had there in at least one more game. These are pretty easy cards to board in here. I'm gonna cut this Terminate, I think. This Damnation is fine. Trim some of these Fatal Pushes, leave a couple of bolts in. I think this seems good. They should have Galactique out of their sideboard, so I want some amount of Lightning Bolts and Kolaghan's Commands and stuff like that in my deck to kill that. No, I don't think so. Bolt has a little bit of reach too, which is nice. Oh, I am at 59. You're right. You could maybe argue, like, Fatal Push is definitely better than Terminate if that's the case. Maybe I'll split them. Let's give this a try. Well, Cryptic Command is technically an out to an Aura Dancer as well. We can just bounce it. This is a pretty easy mulligan. Just no interaction here. Just try again. I get a scry and a cantrip. The Damping Spheres, I'm pretty sure, are bad in this deck. I just shoved a bunch of them in there so we could draw them if we played against Tron, and we had them against Tron and they were terrible. They were like not even just like kind of bad. They were really, really bad. Man, what would win? One Slippery Boy or this Explosive? Let's see if they have an Umbra this time around. We got pretty fortunate they didn't have an Umbra last game. Oh, do you not have an Umbra again, friendo? That would be exceptionally good for me if you didn't have an Umbra again. The best way to decide on what modern deck you should buy is to play a bunch of modern decks and find the one you enjoy playing the most. You should proxy a bunch of decks with friends and playtest cards. You should play decks on Cockatrice or X-Mage. You should try before you buy. It just does the same thing Blood Moon does. It's not worth its slot in a deck like this because you... What's the word I'm searching for? Because you, I'm just mono mushmouth. Because you don't have pressure to back up with it. Disrupting Tron's mana isn't enough. You have to actually kill them while you do it. Anger was a good rip. Hey, Zero Flux, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime support. I do appreciate that. And there's a lot of really excellent people streaming on Twitch right now, so I appreciate you choosing to support my channel this month with your subscription. These here Lightning Bolts gonna do God's work against the Skithkin Advisor. Galactique advises against fun, so we're gonna bolt him. Are we gonna 2-0 Bogles? I thought for sure this matchup was gonna be Rancid when it started. Hey, Brian, throw some bits at me. Thank you for the support. I do appreciate it. They don't really exist, Earthbound. You just need to accept that if you're gonna play a deck like this, you're just gonna get dumpstered by Tron. It's a feature of the format. Let's call it a feature, shall we? Matchup is Rancid. I'm pretty certain that this matchup is unlosable. Pretty certain that this matchup is unlosable. I think I'm just gonna shock them, actually. I'm gonna get my Tasigur back and shock them and just run them down. First time I throw bits at anyone, the fact that they can fall on your head is exciting. Thanks. We aim to please. Look, what is things like what do things like sample size and data really mean, chat? What are you getting at here? I'm gonna get rid of this Thought Scour. Yeah, put my 4/5 into play. Someone took my Tasigur and sharpied all over the top of it. It's really unfortunate. Four-turn clock, let's go. Sample size and data get in the way of my deeply felt theories. How am I supposed to use my feels? I've got so many feels. No, I don't think so, Leve. There are plenty of cards that made your lands into creatures before that, and I don't think that one's particularly good. Sure. When you're good, chat. We were gonna snap Kolaghan's command, but now we'll just Fatal Push. I forgot to activate my Tasigur, didn't I? The reason why I didn't activate my Tasigur during their end step was because I forgot, for reference. There wasn't a strategical reason to not activate the Tasigur. The answer is I missed it. As I haven't played with a Tasigur in a long time. We were talking about bits and I was looking at a cup and I guess you could maybe make the argument that they play Path to Exile. Snap gets knocked down, but he gets up again. You're never gonna keep Snap down. And again, just like another game goes by where like Engineered Explosives basically won us the game, but we never actually activated the Engineered Explosives. This is a new sub game trying to click on a card while the grave, right? Like, just stop it. Stop it. Stay where you are. Any non-modern today? Nope, just modern today. Pimped up monk. We have a bunch of modern backed up in the queue. We're gonna work our way through it. I guess I could have Kolaghan's commanded this too. Are you dead now? Are you dead yet? Got this creeping top hit. He's hungry for some bogles. K Command wants more mana efficient too. When will we try out Brawl? When they fix the bugs. Believe it or not, when they introduced the new format onto Magic Online, there were a bunch of bugs with it. So, when they get all of the issues worked out, we'll play some Brawl for sure. And they sort all of the issues. I'm gonna mute myself really quick while I snap a couple of carrots here because they're loud. Thanks for watching, folks. Hey, Lego Arf. Thank you very much for the Twitch Prime support. I do appreciate that. Well, there's a lot of excellent people streaming on Twitch right now, and I appreciate you choosing to put your support towards my channel this month. What about Arena? I intend to play Magic Arena as soon as it has a non-standard constructed format. That is my intention. I intend to play Arena when it has a non-standard constructed format in it. The best decks against Tron are the ones that Goldfish kills by turn 2 or turn 3. Goryo's Vengeance is very good against Tron. Eight whack is pretty reasonable against Tron, yep. I have no real money, but here's some digital money to say thanks for keeping me company while I'm temporarily unable to walk. Well, DigitechWire, thank you very much for the bits. I appreciate that. Just glad to have you here. Thanks for watching today. Just gonna go ahead and pass here. Gonna Thought Scour ourselves. Maybe find some toys for our Snapcaster Mage to play with. Some bits towards Amulet Titan. Thank you very much for those. I appreciate it. Sounds good. There's a ton of Volley Mine deck lists on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Jeff Hoagland. You can always find the deck list for the video that they've been played in underneath. So, I think I'm fetch shocking and just thought scouring again here, just like looking for more action ASAP. Right on time, Spell Snare. The good news is their deck has a lot of 2-drops in it, so hopefully this is going to get to tag something. If WotC came to you and asked you to help fix MTGO software, would you do it? Based on reading reviews from GlassdoorReviews.com, I probably would not. I'm also definitely not qualified to fix Magic Online. I don't have development experience in .NET, which is probably a big part of why Magic Online has so many issues, because it's written in .NET. Thought not here is bad for us. Oh, thought not. Blue-Red Prison can probably never beat Owling Mine. Oh, God, I did it again. So we talked about this earlier where I kind of made a decision of what I was going to do before I reassessed and I drew my card for the turn. So when I drew the Snapcaster Mage, I should have played this Polluted Delta because then I could have cracked my fetch land and then snap push this Thought Seer. Because I have a Fatal Push in my bin from a Thought Scour earlier. So now I'll play this out and do what I should have done last turn, which is crack this fetch, snap, push one of these. I might even chump block the other one, just preserve my health total here. No, Blue-Red Prison is its own unique deck. It plays in Snaring Bridge and War of Invention as well, but it's like saying every Court of Calling deck is the same deck. That's functionally different. I'm gonna fetch a basic island here, just in case they have a 2-drop. Their deck does have a lot of 2-drops. I don't want to lose value on this Spell Snare if I can avoid it. I'm gonna feel a little bit bad if we draw exactly Fatal Push off this draw trigger when we kill this Thought Seer, but I'm pretty sure it's right to fetch the island. There's only 2 more Fatal Pushes in my deck, excuse me. All right, that's a Jace. I'm actually going to take this hit now because I want to be able to unsummon this Thought Seer and then have a Snapcaster Mage to defend my Jace next turn. Another Eldrazi. It's Displacer. That makes sense. That's mostly unbeatable, right? I get to blink this during my draw step now. Terminate. Losing to Eldrazi Bears. Here's some democracy for Uncastable Goblins. Thank you, Rainers. I appreciate it. We're actually going to get to Uncastable Goblins later today, I believe. We're going to play some Kiki Chord. I don't think this is an EE matchup. Just cut a lot of my non-cryptic counterspells. Let's give this a go. This matchup should be pretty good for us. Our card quality on average is much higher than theirs. Just getting double Thought Knotted on 3/4 is a pretty bad beat. I also like put myself a little bit behind that turn. I didn't play the fetch with the Snapcaster Mage. Would have been up a Creeping Tar Pit and up a land overall, which would have been good for us. No, I've not made any changes to the Kiki deck. The Kiki deck we're going to be playing today is a user-submitted deck list, and they were pretty adamant about wanting me to play their configuration card for card. Yeah, I guess Staticaster's okay. Tremor Cryptic Command, it's kind of clunky. Actually, you know what? I'm going to trim a search for Azcanta. It's not very good against their, like, mono land destruction. I don't think we're going to try any other Dominaria cards other than Damping Sphere today. It's hard for traders to keep the new cards in stock right away on the first day or the first 2 days, just because the only way they can't actually buy booster packs yet because MTGO is stupid. They can only get cards from people selling them from playing sealed leagues, so they don't have a large stock on them yet. So next week the cards will be more freely available, and we will got some Mox Amber lists I want to try, and some other things, some Sahali lists. A lot of the rares and mythics they generally don't keep in stock. It's hard for them to keep in stock because there's such a high demand for them and such a low quantity of them available. I don't think that's strictly true, chicks. Like, we have 5 ways to kill 4 toughness things. Just like bringing in another seems fine. And like Staticaster like also has text. Like they have 1 defense things in addition to having 4 defense things. Isn't that more expensive than just buying packs though? That sounds really expensive. Because playing leagues is more than just buying 6 packs, right? In terms of entry fee. Yeah, commons and uncommons are different, Justin. Low demand cards are different. They have lots of low demand bad cards in stock. Fatal Push is a great draw here. I don't think so, Shazdoom. I don't think any of the cards really slot into there. Like, it doesn't really want Damping Sphere. Maybe Damping Sphere is better than Blood Moon in that deck. Maybe. Probably not, because you're a Bloodbraid Elf deck. I'd be pretty surprised if Mox Amber is anywhere near as good as Mox Opal. I have no idea. I don't run MTGO Traders as a business. They're just one of my sponsors. So, unlike cards like Kitesail Freebooter, you need to let Tidehollow Sculler's trigger resolve before you kill it, because if you kill Tidehollow Sculler in response to its trigger, it will not give you the card back that it took. It's a very stingy card. And I think I just want to K-Command Shatter this, make them discard here. Just like good, clean 2-for-1, cut any shenanigans that could happen. Correct, same with Fiend Hunter. Anything that's templated where it's grab and return are 2 different triggers works that way. Oh no, are they gonna wasteland me? That's a tilt. Oh, cat Jesus. Why you do this to me? Ding. Get out of here. Bad kitty. Bad kitty. Yeah, this thing is using 2 gigs of RAM again already. So I guess we'll need to restart after this match. Actually, I'm gonna snap Thought Scour here. Just like put pressure on the table. Just start attacking them. Land, please. wonder if they'll take the bolt here, forcing me to terminate this. I think I'm gonna do that still, just because like I want to play Jace next turn on an empty board potentially. Yeah, they take the bolt because they want me to use my better removal spell on this. Well, it's not an untapped land, but it'll do in a pinch. I would love to Snapcaster a bolt here. This is my empty board Jace. There are many like it, but this one is on the empty board. You probably need more than four legends to enable the Mox. Their Vial would have been very good that game if we hadn't killed it, I agree. This hand's okay. It needs some more lands, obviously, but we have a cantrip, so let's get cantrip in here. Ding. You've not missed Jun. Jun's actually going to be the next league here. Jun will be our 4th league of the day. A lot of long fair leagues today. This league's been going on for an hour and a half. So this is only the 4th match in this one too. Please play Cat Jesus and try and Ghost Quarter me. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'm supposed to play the fetch to hold up fetch Fatal Push in response to a Thought Seer trigger here. Lingering Souls. That is not good for us. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen that card out of the opponent's deck before. That's so weird. Their deck doesn't usually play good Magic cards. This is strange. This is strange. Do I have to like 4-for-1 my way through these? I think I am. Yep. Yeah, it's neat. I think that's a good direction. One of my personal qualms, people that have watched this stream before know I'm not a big fan of the Leonin Arbiter decks in Modern, is that these decks just like don't have enough card quality cards is the way I would describe them on average. So like Lingering Souls being a card that's just like a genuinely good Magic card seems like a good inclusion. Did I bring in Anger? I did bring in Anger too. Okay, that's fair. All right, I'm gonna start with this, see what we hit. All right, it's pretty decent. Kill that, get my Fatal Push back. Play Metasapur out. One, two, three, four, five. I mean, I believe you that you took bad cards out of your deck full of bad cards and put a playable Magic card like Lingering Souls in it. It feels good. I'd believe that for $1. Things I'd buy. Deck feels good after putting more playable Magic cards in it. I have another Lingering Souls. Displacer. Okay, that's fine. Yep. I wonder... Maybe I'm just supposed to slam the Jace and burn him as a Brainstorm game 3? Their hand must be a bunch of removal, right? They're just like not playing things out. Although I guess next turn I can Brainstorm with Jace and cast Anger in the same turn, which is appealing. So I could Brainstorm, potentially keep the Jace still, which is nice. Bitter Blossom is $40 because casual is a format. Random things like fairies and dragons and angels, a lot of those hold value because of casual Magic players. Those are like chase creature types basically. Fairies is a very playable deck. I like Saturday. The people that watch streams on Saturdays are full of jokes. Look, I'd love to play Angle Tribal, okay? That's all I'm saying. Angle Tribal sounds excellent. Am I getting double ghost quartered here? I'm about to get double ghost quartered off my red sources, aren't I? God bless. God bless. It's about to be really salty. Three good hits. None of those are them. Go. Hopefully we can keep Jace alive for another turn and get another 3 looks. I get to cast 2 removal spells on this attack, so it's looking like Jace is going to get to survive. Ha, 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 ha. Staying alive, staying alive. Ha, ha, Staying alive. I tapped my wrong land. Should have tapped this one because I don't actually have a basic black source for this to fetch. We are getting close to just about removing the souls. That is true. Is a Thought Knot Seer to punish me for... Yeah, maybe. I don't know. The Jace is like in danger of getting pressured out of the game. I don't think I want to burn 2 there because like, oh, good lord. That's a little brutal. All right, well now we're getting punished for having fetched wrong or having tapped wrong. Alrighty. Yep. Hello, honey. I mean, EDH is basically casual, right? Like, when I say casual magic, I mean that that encompasses EDH by and large. Anger of the gods, please. Dear Jace the Mind Sculptor, all I want for Christmas. Okay. So you're saying there's a chance. Oh, jeez. Oh, I'm feeling invigorated, chat. I'm feeling invigorated. I'm feeling like everything is coming up Millhouse now. I'm thinking, chat. I'm thinking that the world is our oyster here, and we can do whatever we want with that. Let's put these two back on top. Guess Big Daddy Tasigur here. I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I want to leave up 4 mana here. Alrighty. Hey, oh, let's go. Hey, oh, let's go. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Beep 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 beep. They're stopped on their draw step. Do they have a miracle card? Can you believe Wizards of the Coast unbanned Jace the Mind Sculptor? This is so unreasonable. It's so unfair. Why is Jace the Mind Sculptor a legal Magic the Gathering card? Just gonna kill this now. Get that one right out of the way. I know there's a fatal push on top of my deck. Kill you. Oh, you know what? I should have killed that with Collective Brutality, probably, right? Probably should have killed that with Collective Brutality. Who's gonna win? Black, white, colorless, mostly unplayable Magic cards, or Jace the Mind Sculptor activating for the 5th time this game? All right, what do we think, chat? Who's the real winner? Who's the one really pulling ahead this game? They want to fire this up and block here. I'll finish this with Staticaster, that's fine. Karn's the real winner. sculpting? The sculpting of the minds has begun, chat. Do you understand that your minds have been melded and they will never be the same once Jace is done with them? Believe it or not, Burgle, we died to Tron. Believe it or not, the match we lost was to Tron. All right, well, that's... I'm gonna return this, shatter that. I'm gonna activate Tasigur. Okay, they've had enough. The writing is on the wall. It wasn't the 5th Jace the Mind Sculptor activation. It was their 2/2 getting destroyed by a Kolaghan's command. That was the one that put him over the top. All right, I wonder if we should even play this last match or if I should just concede it. Because, like, this is a modern deck, so I assume we're going to lose this 5th match because every modern deck finishes 3-2. Everybody knows that no modern deck is better than going 3-2, so probably just shouldn't even try, right, champ? After this league is done, don't go anywhere. We got plenty more Magic to come. Gonna go about 2/3 of the way into a 12-hour stream today. We're gonna be playing some Jund next, and then some Kiki Court, and then we're gonna try a Goblin Storm variation. A lot of Magic. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do this now. I'm not doing this both Montreal. I forgot to restart Magic Online. It's just hemorrhaging memory right now. Magic Online is currently using over 2 gigs of RAM. So I'm gonna reload really quick here before we play this. That's not true. We 4-1 Legacy Leagues all the time. We 4-1 Legacy Leagues all the time, chat. Shoot, we 5-0'd a Legacy League the other day. If you haven't watched the Red Black Reanimator video from earlier this week, what is going on? All right, 10 out of 10. Make sure you watch it. Just good quality Magic the Gathering. Mulligan close 7. Get Stone Unkeepable 6. No, Matt is not able to come over today, unfortunately. He's out being an adult. I got a red solo cup. All right, we're both on 5 here. I'm gonna bottom another land. I do not have Sahali in the deck list. It's a user submitted deck list or viewer submitted deck list, whatever you want to call it. We're just gonna play card for card what they sent in. Hey, see, look, like I said, 3-2 deck. Every deck goes 3-2, you know? Are you glad you waited? Whee! All right. What do we got? Grixis Control. I'm gonna give you a TLDR on Grixis Control. You go to channelfireball.com and you do whatever Mr. Corey Burkhardt has told you to do. And I'm pretty sure after our first match against Tron, these cards are bad in this deck, and you just shouldn't play them. I think whatever Corey ends up deciding is what you should do. But he said his gut was that this card probably wasn't going to be good in this deck, and after playing that match against Tron, I'm inclined to believe them. I'm inclined to believe him. He's a very, very sharp individual. That's pretty much the only... If you are one of the few individuals that's dead set on playing Grixis Control, be aware that Corey Burkhardt is your god and you should listen to what he says. What are you doing, Des? Come on, stand up. I'm old and I'm fat. I need to stand for a little bit. Enjoy the ride, Twitch chat.